Hello, everybody. I'm trying something new, so bear with me. I am, uh, like I just did. Oh, yeah, no, that was this morning. Here we go. And then we will, um, anyway, move it, stop. I got, yeah, there we go. Mute this guy so that way I can see the comments if there's any comments. If there's any comments happening. Oh my goodness. Today was it was a great day. It was a great day. Um, I struggled a little. I struggled a little bit as far as just anxiety and stuff. So, to say that, I did struggle a little bit. My dog is climbing behind. When he was a puppy, he used to. Okay, move it. That is not hips. There you go. It's good. It's good. You're good now. Okay, lay down. Anyway, he'd get like around my neck and stuff while I was driving. It was like so funny. I had to practice doing these things. I gotta practice it. So you can't see me do it. I feel like, whoa, that, all my friends are online right now. It's like, oh my gosh. I am a disaster area right now. So I'm not sure. I think I posted it on TikTok. So Zachary and I went and we got snow cones today, which was great because we just did it, him and I. And then we went after the snow cones because he sufficiently got thrashed in the clean department. Um, we went into the river. Now, the river that we have access to, there's like, so you go around this bend and then you kind of come down and around and then it opens up into this river area. Now on this side it's like an easier area. It's like, you know, 2 feet deep or whatever. It's not that deep and it's not that hard to get to, and that's usually the area that he goes to. But I've been giving him for the last few days these autism gummies, and it seems as though maybe they're helping to the point where he was able to go down a lot of declines and rocks and unsteady terrain. And he got all the way down to the little lagoon, and he got halfway in up to his like belly button. So I was so excited because I really wanted, like, I woke up this morning and I just really wanted to do something with him today. But like the last several days, I've been waking up and it's like I just haven't felt like doing anything. So, or it's like, oh, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do this, and then I won't do it, because it's like it's too much or I'm overwhelmed or something like that. So, um, but I was really glad that I did it. And then we were gifted a bunch of free food. So I was really excited about that. Like, I mean, not that we're like financially destitute or anything right now, but I am not going to turn down free food. I am not too proud to beg. I mean, I'm not begging, but I'm not too proud to accept free gifted food. Like, that's the thing about the RV community. It's like when somebody knows that, like, you got kids or something like that, they are really like, oh, hey, well, what it is that when I used to work here, um, one of the members and we were like, I'd stop and I'd talk with him and Actually, his sister made me a necklace that I still have um, hanging on my rearview mirror. And so, we weren't like close per se, but I checked on him because I knew his mom was like not close to where he was. So, and he was in a scooter, like wheelchair thing. And he fell down a lot. So I just would like kind of keep an eye on him and stuff, like for his mom, a little bit. So now he's like right across the street from me today. And it's so funny because it's like, whenever someone's like, oh, you're single, it's like they automatically assume that you're single. One, you're single and looking, okay? So that's not always the case, people. Not everybody's always looking, also. And, like, I literally usually have to point out to people that, like, I'm gay. I'm a lesbian. I'm not gay. I'm not a guy. I'm a girl. But I'm a lesbian. And they're like, oh, oh. So it's kind of like, oh, you left. I mean, honestly, my ex and I ended our relationship for a lot of reasons, not just that I was gay. We were not great to each other, and we weren't great in general, like in a marriage setting. Um, and we weren't great communicators. And it was like 9 times out of 10, it felt like I was speaking like a completely different language. So, and we never saw eye to eye, and our dreams were different than each other. Like, they were different, but like the mode in which we chose to accomplish those dreams were completely different. And like, he had like the hopes of, oh, sorry guys, I kicked you. He had the hopes of, like going to festivals, and I'm like, yeah, I'm all about that too. But, Zachary has to be like one old enough to get into a festival like that, and also like, um, yes, I kind of just want him to be like at least an adult, or like close 17, before we start taking him to like camping festivals. But yeah, no, I mean, like, but that was like his idea of the full-timer lifestyle, was like following the dead, but like the rainbows, which is not a bad life by any means. I'm not saying that it is, but I'm just like, when you got kids, you have to when you have a special needs kid, you have to be a little bit more mindful. Because when you have a neurotypical kid, homeschooling's pretty easy. Like, I mean, now my middle kiddo wasn't neurotypical, but was a little bit more neurotypical than Zachary. So, they homeschooled and handled their work and graduated early, and, did their own thing. So it would have been like really easy to travel with the middle, had that been something that was happening when they were growing up. Um, but also we have like appointments and therapists, and well, not yet, but we're working on it. We just essentially got told, after I thought there was like going to be a little light at the end of this tunnel, that no, our insurance doesn't cover it, and we have to sign up for some kind of special service, even though our worker that was here last time mentioned it and then quit or something afterward, because then we didn't ever see him again. And then the next thing we knew was we had a new worker, and she had no idea what we were talking about, our case, what was going on. None of it. She has no idea. So I had to like fill her in on all of that. Like, wow, does nobody read a case file anymore? It's like, really, my question to the world is like, does nobody do any little bit of homework before they see their patients or their clients or their history? You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of wondering if like the doctors that we go see even if got our medical history, because like I signed a release form for them to get it, but maybe it had been too long or something, like a 7-year thing. I don't know. But anyway, so we get to go. So now with our new worker, we're now applying for the program. But by the time we apply for the program, the ABA services that are available now are not going to be, because they're going to fill the spot. And I think we're just going to end up doing Florida ABA, which is online, which is not great, but it's better than nothing, and then that also allows us to travel too. So once we get that situated, then we can travel and do therapies and do our online school and do our Schoolio. Um, that Zachary's going to start school next Monday. So we have that. I got to do a lot of printing, or I have to go to the library with my laptop and do some printing because I don't have a printer right now, which sucks. I love having a printer because then I can do, homeworks and things like that. And I got a printer, but it was like this, it only worked one time and it was on glossy paper, which wasn't the end of the freaking world. But when you're having a kiddo that can barely write anything to begin with, you don't want to make the paper glossy. So then it's harder for him to get the pen to get traction on the paper. You know what I mean? Plus, we have our new Grooved books that we're going to be starting the year off with, which is going to be handwriting. And they basically write into the grooves of the letters and the numbers. And it's just a repetition over and over and over again to kind of train like for your muscle, because your muscle has memory. I talked about this this morning after I worked out, how or the other day when after I worked out, but how your muscle has memory. So like I use it in a reference for like when you're a kid and there's something that you used to love to do, and then you grow up and life hands you what the box of rocks or lemons or whatever the heck life's handing you. So you forget essentially what you used to love and you stop doing what you used to love. And I always used to love, like, I love animals, I love dogs, I love singing, dancing, and journaling. I loved journaling. I love to journal. I do. I still do. But I want to get like an open face one. Let's see. We got our 3 cards, guys. Ooh. Wish somebody was watching or commenting. Let's see. Is anybody commenting? Probably not. I don't think so, anyway. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see any comments. So, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Anywho, yeah. So, let's pull the cards. Let's see what we got. So, our embrace card, is transformation is beautiful, and it's reversed. So I'm kind of pretty excited to see what that says. I had an excellent card pull, and I'm going to share that earlier today, and that it was a beautiful card pull. Ooh, bring a gentle touch, dear spirit. Upright, bring a gentle touch. I love that. I love that. Ooh, magic works through you. That's the embrace card. And I love it. It's just so intuitive, and it's the same cards, the same messages. It's my time. Do want to see what the butterfly, though, reversed has to say. I mean, I like to see what they all have to say, really, because she's such a skilled writer. that I feel like if I don't read it, then like, because this was work to write, to put into. Okay, this is okay. Transformation does not have to be as traumatic or dramatic as things may seem to be right now. Remember, change is the only true constant. In impermanence, as we call it, impermanence. Remember, change is the only true constant. When you resist it, you create a tension within you as you refuse to accept the inevitable. And that is psychologically, that's called cognitive dissonance. Yeah. In this momentum, you may have forgotten the beauty and joy of life as it moves through its seasons as nature dictates, which is so poignant for what I was just saying. Like, doing the things that you forgot or that you used to love that brought you joy and happiness into your life. Like, and then you just stop doing them. Like, I crochet, I draw, I sing, I listen to music, I dance, I work out, I hike. There's a lot of things I do that I stopped doing. You are being faced with a choice now. You can struggle with the current conditions, which I am not choosing to struggle, you guys. Refusing to surrender. No, I am wholeheartedly surrendering. I am surrendering to butterfly spirit. Transform and transmute and see through the lens of lack and loss, or you can surrender to the grace that is calling you to allow life to take its course, moving through the sadness and disappointment. Surrender will soften you, inviting you to bask in gratitude and see through the lens of curiosity. These are the keys to turning the infinite potential available to you now. Butterfly Spirit knows the beauty and delight you are on the brink of discovering. Let go and trust it is there for you. And I do. Well, hello, hello. I'm sorry, I kind of had my eyes a little bit closed. They were closed a little bit like this. How are you? How's Facebook treating you? I need to, let me open this up. There we go. So then that way I can, okay, I'm just opening it for how are you, Joanna? Girlfriend. Oh, I just pulled and read the first card. It was a butterfly spirit. It was like, you can either stay stuck and keep living the life you're living or embrace the new. And I'm choosing to embrace the new because I've had about all the struggle that I can take in life. You know what I'm saying? Like 100% all the struggle that I can take in life. Seriously. You know what? I'm going to see. I'm going to split my screen because I can do that. There we go. There we go. And then we're going to, hold on a second, guys. Okay. Oh my gosh, you are? I need to get a motel. Oh my gosh. That is so scary. Oh, I didn't realize, like, I noticed like that, people are having to evacuate and stuff, but I saw that oh God, one of my friends' kids was saying they had to evacuate. Do you have money to get a motel with Sawyer? That's you. Really? 5 minutes away from them. I should probably watch the news or something more. I don't. Okay. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. So whatever you're doing out there in your world, bring a gentle touch. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Oh, I didn't know you're right there. It's like on the road coming into Lopez Lake. Oh my gosh, how scary. That's close. That is close. Where did the fire start?
Mr. Beanhead was a potato.
Don't mind Shawnee singing. It's,
Mr. Beanhead. He wasn't KFC.
Yeah, no, for sure. Or they were like someone was offering you to like go stay with them or whatever. Like, yeah, I couldn't do that with Zachary. I have a House on Wheels for that very reason. Like, I couldn't do that with Zachary. Yeah, you don't want to be responsible for that either. You know what I mean? I like 100%. I totally get it. Hey, what? I'm on a live. What? Yes? Oh, hold on. I'm on a live. Okay, just hold on to it. To you later, but I found it. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. I got a Chucky sticker. Not that, I mean, there's other bigger fishes to fry for you guys. I will be putting out protective good juju for you, my friend. That is so scary. Let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, don't they have the big metal ones that go across the top? You know what I mean? Where like it's probably will be too high. Maybe you should take out all the chairs if they have chairs or anything that he could stand up on high enough to get that log at the very top. You know what I mean? Or you could also, well, I don't know if the bed is mobile, but I was going to say you could scoot the bed in front of the door. You know what I mean? He's not going to get out that way for sure. But I don't know if you could, like, most motel beds don't want you moving it. But if there's like a couch or something, you could move the couch in front of the door. Yeah, no, I mean, it's been a long time since I've been in a motel room, but the last one we stayed in was in Santa Maria, and they had like 5 locks. So where are you going? Where are they evacuating everybody to? Like slow or? I'm very bad at geography. Very bad. Thanks. I'm glad occasionally I have good ideas. Every once in a while. So trial and error, a lot of trial and error. Do you remember back in the day when like Zachary, I forget, like we had to put the door in the middle of the living room? Oh yeah, okay. Well, they're not suggesting like a specific place for you guys to go? Well, I don't know. I mean, if you wanted to drive to NorCal, probably put you up in like a cabin for a night or two. We're currently at that park right now, so that's up to you. Okay. So like if you guys go into town, then you're supposed to be good. Remember the last time when they did the oh gosh, tsunami evacuation? Everybody was supposed to meet at Walmart. Well, do know that like that option is, available at times. I mean, don't like just come. I mean, obviously now, if you needed to or whatever, have a place to evac to. But if you're safe in town, yeah, $50 beats $150. That's for sure. So, oh, nice. Oh, good. I hope that's the case. I hope you get like a really good evacuation deal then, because it makes sense that they would, because you're not, you're not vacationing. It's like you have to be there because you're evacuating, and it would seem like because like the town knew it was being evacuated, it would help out. So that's great. I really, really hope that you do get that. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I don't know, man. I would even maybe fashion to go to Avila. You know what I mean? Like further, like towards Slow, or maybe even Slow. You know what I mean? Like, because if the fire's coming from like that area and it's burning out like Lopez Lake area, then well, if it's on the trajectory towards in town, it's gonna end up hitting the ocean eventually. Oh yeah. Did they give you a list, or did they make a list known to anybody of the hotels that do that? Ugh. I remember when we had the evac and we didn't even we packed up two huge bins of like water and like the really crappy clothes, and luckily we didn't have to evacuate after all. And I told Johnny that he was never allowed to pack for me again. Oh, well, I'm sure if like with the evacuations going, they might postpone that a little bit, right? Because if everybody's evacuating, can't really start school. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, then they'll probably postpone the start of school until everybody's back at their house. I would imagine. I mean, it seems like that would be a smart thing to do, but you know, our government isn't known for its smartness all the time. So there is that. There definitely is that. That's right. Oh, that's definitely not what I was looking for. I mean, it is, but oh, there it is. Uh, yeah, no, evacuations can go on a little bit of time. I mean, I've never been in one. So it's so crazy that there's so many fires now, because usually um like Chumash is the area that gets the fires. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, how did that go? That's right. How did that go? God, and now you guys have to evacuate. Oh my God. It's like you guys just need to be able to be home right now and relaxing. Wow. And then you guys came home to have to evacuate. Wow. What a rough day, honey. I'm so sorry. That's so rough. Oh, my good vibes are going out to you for sure. Yeah, I know. Like it's usually like back there doesn't, I mean, we get like the smoke and the possibility of evac, but it doesn't usually jump the freaking Lopez Lake. But it came around the lake, huh? From Gilroy, so it came from like the valley area. Nice. I'm so glad. Yeah. The dentist, it's not, like once you get it over with the first time, it's not that bad. Like you're like, oh, good. Okay. Now you know what to expect, and things like that. So I don't know. I always found that like after, but I mean, I was always really nerve wracked and would get like a massive migraine after doing Zachary's appointment every time. Excuse me. Well, I'm glad that it went good though. At least you had like that going good today. That is excellent. Oh my goodness. Well, do let me know when you get where you're going, if you're safe. And you should be able to reach out to like the um, Red Cross and stuff for like vouchers for hotels for evacuation and stuff like that, or at least get reimbursed for whatever you're putting out there. Yeah. Well, that sedation is totally the thing. You know what I mean? Like I knew Zachary, and it was just like, well, I knew he had issues, so it's like, well, we're gonna get it all taken care of at one time, and so that's pretty much just what happened with us too. But I'm so proud of you. Well, yay! Sawyer's getting so big and grown. I'm so happy for you. I mean, that happened and that it went well, and that he didn't have like a traumatic experience, because when that happens, that usually it's so much harder when, like, the first time I ever took Zachary to a dentist, they like traumatized the crap out of him. Yeah, Zachary always got the shot first to kind of just let him chill. So because I told him, I was like, you're not getting that over his face. Like, at the time, we used to give him like inhalers too. So he had that like mask over his face to get his inhaler all the time, and he still wouldn't do it. So they just come out and put the little shot in his leg, and they got it in him before he even knew what was going on, you know? He was saying, oh. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it took 5 additional people, so 6 including myself, to hold Zachary down to get his shot. It's rough. It is rough when that happens. It really is. Hmm. Yeah, our autistic kiddos, like, they just don't. That's what I liked about Dr. Michael, because he'd come out to the car and give him that shot in the leg, so that he'd be wearing shorts or whatever, and he'd give him the shot in the leg, and then he'd let it kick in. Then he'd bring out the wheelchair, and by the time the shot kicked in, like, Zachary didn't even care what the guy was doing. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have to hold him down or anything because he was in his seatbelt. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Dr. Michaels is excellent. I definitely would suggest maybe next time going to Dr. Michaels, because he knows, and he does adult too. So, like, so you could have the same dentist for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? If you were stayed in the area and went to Dr. Michaels. Oh, 4 cavities. Well, that's not bad, Mom. That's not very bad considering, honestly. Good job. 4 cavities. Seriously. I think Zachary, when he first went, he had like 10 cavities and he had to get 5 teeth pulled. It was like ridiculous. It was like so ridiculous. So, yeah. Yeah, right. He was like, I don't know this place. Yeah. That was the thing too, is like, because um in Santa Maria, Dr. Michael's office was in Santa Maria. So you had the parking structure, right? That had all the things. So we'd be all in the parking structure and parked, but you wouldn't see the office. And it was just like in like more like a professional looking building. Didn't necessarily look like a dentist's office. And then he'd go down this long ramp, and he'd go, and it was like, it'd just take him away. And then he'd wake up and he just would like, he'd cry for like 20 minutes. And then by the time like we'd be halfway home, and he'd be like perfectly fine, and then be fine the rest of the day. It was, except for he'd be very woozy. So he'd be running and everything. I know. Yeah, no doubt, dude. Like, seriously, like, when we took Zachary to the dentist last time, they said that they were so surprised that his teeth were so white. I was like, I really felt like maybe the bar got lowered in Northern California for kids with special needs in dentistry, but oh yeah, I know, because he's so dang good. Like, seriously, like, once you get into Dr. Michaels, then like he'll book you before you leave that appointment for next year, because he books out. But he's so good. He's so good. But yeah, I can see why you didn't want to wait 19 months, because then God only knows what would happen. Yeah, I would definitely get in. Just get in and just like, just have him look it over. You know what I mean? Just have him look it over and be like, well, he saw, was seen 9 months ago, or make one for a year from today. You know what I mean? So 10 or 11 months out, say, make one 11 months out. So that way you already have next year's already covered. He is really the best, girl. He really is. Yeah, no doubt. Like, when you can visually see one, I've had that happen. where I'm like Zachary had one like in a front tooth area, and I was just like, oh my god, like we have to get this in. But we kept trying to take him to the regular dentist, and he would not do it for the life of me. Like he wouldn't do it. He was like, no, screw you, I'm not doing it. He's not doing it. So as mamas, we got to do what we got to do, you know. Everything's different. Like, and if ever we run into like a crossroads in that moment, then we just have to like, or the next moment, try harder, you know, not try harder, but like, okay, well, that didn't work, or that was a little bit more traumatic, so we got to try it this way, right? It's always trial and error with our kiddos, always. So hard sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, seriously. Let's take a new perspective and read what Dear Spirit had to tell us real quick. See that this was Dear Spirit. Isn't it pretty? These are so beautiful. Okay. Bring a gentle touch. The time has come to be gentle and diplomatic when dealing with others. You might have found yourself in a situation where negotiations are necessary in order to reach your goal. Your dentist, right? Be mindful of the words you choose, but do not worry. Dear Spirit reminds you that you have the ability to be sure-footed and confident while showing humility and respect for others. You will find that your capacity for calm and grounded communication is heightened at this time. Follow the way of Dear Spirit and you will do well, gaining the respect of others and finding common ground that is pleasing to you. Remember that understanding others and their needs will be more powerful in this time than putting your own first. If you do that, you will be rewarded tenfold. Right. Thanks for the love. I love you too, girlfriend. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? It's when we're going through these kind of times, I think oh gosh, I think my computer is about to die. Hold on a second. And I think my live might have frozen or something. Where is my, I had it. It was plugged in. What did I do with it? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on, I got it. Plug in my phone. I'll be right back. The glories of living in a trailer is that you don't have to go that far to go across the room. Let's see, did it work? Yes, I think it did. Okay. Oh, everything was about to die. I was like, oh no. Okay, I just read Dear Spirit. So we have the Scarab Spirit for the last card. Oh, hold on, I got it. My dog totally just, okay, TO'd on everything. All right, so, okay, I'm back now. My computer was going to die and I didn't even notice because I was so busy talking to you. Our kids are so individualized and very unique. Nobody would have better answers than us. Oh no, seriously. That's why I loved like every team that I ever worked with that was like, well, your mom, you would know better. You know what I mean? And it was like, yeah, 100%. I would know better. So thank you for taking, you know, and it was, I always thought it was so sad because it always surprised me when it happened. You know what I mean? Like it always was like, wow, you know, like that was really nice for someone to like actually take my consideration into account. You know what I mean? And I always just thought that that was just sad, you know, in general, because, you know, we're parents, we're the moms. They should be taking us into consideration. Like first and foremost, we know our kids better than they know our kids. We know what makes our kids mad more than they know what makes our kids mad. I mean, they might know the school and some practical application of it, but they've never met our kids. So the way they're going to have to do their stuff is going to be different because they've never dealt with our children. You know what I mean? And that is like, ow. the dog just kicked the crap out of me. It was not very nice. I just let him lay right here, and he just kicked the poopy out of me with his freaking paw. Okay, let's go ahead and read our last card, which is the Scarab Beetle. Magic works through you. And then I can go ahead and shuffle again. And if you have any intuitive things that you'd like to know about, you could send your intention to the card while I'm shuffling. And we can pull some cards for you. Maybe it would make you feel better. Oh, they always make me feel better because it always helps me to grab a different perspective. So this is the Scarab Beetle. Okay. And it says, magic works through you. In ancient Egypt, the scarab beetle was revered for the creative magic of scarab beetle spirit reminds us that we can bring forth something extraordinarily seemingly out of thin air whenever you let your creativity flow through you. Scarab beetle spirit reminds you that spirit has given you the gifts of infinite potential. You have an ally as you have fashioned something new or repurposed the old. For Spirit co-creates with you, channeling energy through you so that you feel replenished and revitalized as you make magic with what is at hand. Now is a time for great optimism, for you can accomplish anything you desire and your creative endeavors will come to fruition. Miracles, opportunities, abundance, and love will appear seemingly out of nowhere as you allow Spirit to work through you and it magically manifests what you need. I just love I just love this deck, really. And I got this deck accidentally. Like, I meant to purchase another deck, and nope. Oh, what happened? Did you guys have to go? Are you still here, girl? Or did you bounce? You're like, I don't want a reading. I can't tell. I think it says there isn't anybody watching now. So she probably had to evacuate. Oh, how scary. Oh, it says you're watching. Oh, yeah, there you are. Did you get kicked off? Are you leaving now? Or sending intentions now? Or both? Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Like permanently went out? Okay, we've got 3 cards. No, we have. Don't look at them, you cheater. Okay. We have our first, our second, and we need our third. It's 5 minutes down the road, though. The fire? Yeah, you should get the hell out of there, girl. What are you doing? Talking to me, you crazy girl. I love you. The fire or life in general? I bet life at night gets worse in the country because of all the internet. Yeah, right? What is that? I hate that. It's like before I got my hotspot from the library, I couldn't even go on live, like, ever. And my internet always cut out. And it was just like, God, and I know other people are having internet. I know they are in this park, and I have internet right now. Like, I pay like over $100 for my hotspot, and it just doesn't hardly ever work. But first thing in the morning at 4 a.m., which who wants to just only go live at 4 a.m.? Yeah, girl, you should get your butt out of there. Out of there. Oh, wow. Yeah, I bet, with all the fires and stuff and all the breakers going down, and like, wow, totally. Oh, that's so scary. I'm so so much protection, love for you, Joanna, and your family and Sawyer. All right, we got our third card. Oh, be fearless and bold, my friend. Be fearless and bold. Now is not the time. Badger spirit. I know it is. I know it is, honey. I'm so sorry. I know you're going through so much. It's so hard to just keep coming up against things, and just continually having that still somehow, right? And we don't. Us special needs parents, it's like, dude, we're running on empty as it is because we wake up stressed out. Ooh, okay, you got the Swan Spirit reversed. Time for a deep dive. We'll see what that's all about. Claim your independence, girlfriend. Claim your independence. You've got this. You got this. Scary situations happen, Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see what the book says about these wonderful cards. See what verbiage we can have that maybe hopefully will say peace to your soul. Peace to your soul. All right, be fearless and bold, my friend. Badger Spirit rejoices at your persistence and commitment to do what is true for you. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith is in your partnership with Spirit is paying off. And the results will soon coalesce into form in your world. The gift of Badger Spirit is the surety that taking a risk now and being courageous, fearless, and bold will lead wondrous results. This is a time to harness your will and apply it consistently to the pursuit of your dreams. Know that no matter the temporary outer conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that Spirit deems best for you. Badger Spirit says you have what it takes to get what you want. So assert yourself, be fearless, and be bold, shining your light as your purpose calls you into the world. New relationships are also given a green light now. Don't be afraid to make the first move. Badger Spirit loves your brave and mighty heart. All right. And then we have our swan, which is only 2 pages down. But it is a protection message. So let's see. That's not Beaver Spirit. Hold on. Oh, 60. I was dyslexic for a moment. Okay. And this is a protection. Don't talk yourself into diving deep into something just because you see the potential of things instead of what they really are now. The necessary work and patience involved may not be the best use of your energy. Have you seen the potential in someone and think that if you love and support them, they will become the person who knows you love them beyond all others? Have you stepped into an opportunity that you know feels too good to be true and might not turn out the way you hope? Now is the time for selective, limited perception that can lead to misjudgment. Instead, now is not a time for selective, limited perception that can lead to misjudgment. Instead, this is a time for going deep and being honest about what you find as you explore the depths. Have no fear, for whatever you find below will help you love and understand yourself and others and make better choices. You can sense Swan Spirit calling you to dive deep and resurface to choose again. I love that. I just love that. Like, it goes back to that whole trial and error thing we were talking about. It's like, if something doesn't work or I tried it. It's like you don't just get by just giving up and being like, okay, well, I tried it, I'm done. It's like, no, I tried it, it didn't work. Okay, well, now let's try it this way. We got to try it a new way. Got my shoulders really sore from doing yoga. All right. And then we have cat spirit. So far, I really, really like that. All right. And this is the let go. This is what you're put out into the universe. When cat spirit meows, she is calling you to claim your independence and allow for some space between you and others in your life. The only way you can grow in all relationships now is to have a healthy sense of self-respect and self-worth. When you walk with dignity, knowing who you are, self-aware and willing to grow, trusting the value you bring, the world will mirror all this back to you in kind. When you say no to codependency and enmeshment, live and let live, and practice taking risk as you wander into new territory for you. Cat Spirit rejoices. She is here to urge you to let your independent spirit roam free. I love that. I think that's both applicable for both you and me. You know what I mean? It's like we need to be who we are. We need to be loved for who we are. We need to have acceptance, and we need to have people in our lives that accept us for who we are and respect us and listen to us and listen to us because they respect us. You know what I mean? It is so hard when you go through life feeling like, your opinions weren't heard or worthy or valid or supported, like i.e., here we are, I'm doing a live, they know it, but yet peeing and singing in the bathroom. Not very respectful of the live that I'm doing. Not that I know you don't care, honey, but I don't know. Could you hear him singing in the bathroom? Did you hear him? Did you hear him going pee in the bathroom? Because maybe not. Did you heard him? Oh my God. Yeah. It's like, rude. Did you hear him singing or did you hear him peeing? Or both? And I should probably stop asking you questions because you have to pack and go, girl. Are you packing right now? It's funny because I'm doing my live and then watching it on a split screen so I can see the comments. Oh my God, I hate that, dude. It's like, geez, guys, is there seriously, you're just going to sit there and ask for boob pics? Okay, good. I'm glad. Because, yeah, the other was not very great. I don't think you wanted to hear him pee. That's not okay. But yeah, no, the dating pool, I'm not even looking forward to going out into it, girl. God, seriously. I mean, I am because, I want to live an authentic life. And I know eventually, I got a lot of stuff going on, like my photography right now and my classes and my kid and trying to figure out what we're going to do. That's when they're in trouble. 50 years old, acting like they're 17. No, thank you. That is definitely not okay. Yeah. See, shoot, I got a reverse butterfly this time. Which I think we just read that, right? Same old, same old. When you keep pulling the same cards, it's like you can kind of, I'm just practicing and letting spirit speak to me through the cards. But when you keep getting the same one, like if you're doing your own reading and you kept just doing the same ones over and over and over again, or getting the same ones, it's kind of like spirit being like, stop asking. There's only one answer. Transformation does not have to be as traumatic or dramatic as things may seem to be right now. Right. Yeah, I just had to get up. Absolutely. Like change is hard, right? Like we're sitting here like, oh my gosh, this is new, this is scary. You're putting yourself out there, you're dating random people, random people. I don't mean to make it sound like that, but you know what I mean? People you don't know. And they're trying to get away with what they can get away with, and you're having to set those boundaries. And that can be scary because especially when like people are not a big fan of upholding boundaries these days. It's like you hold a boundary, suddenly you're a Karen, like God forbid if we wanted to just live our lives, and be respected and have like things not be all about sex all the time. I swear I could like probably go like a lifetime without it. When I was in recovery the first time and single, I did like a year and a half. I mean, wasn't even looking. Oh yeah. Well, as things get closer and new things change, you have to just remind yourself that like everything is impermanent. Everything is changed. Like change is everywhere and it's going to change. So if you feel like really bad in the moment, then just know it's going to feel different later. So just hang in there. Don't judge yourself about it though. I know, dude, they are. That's why I'm gay. I mean, I've always liked women too, but I did also like guys, but every guy relationship I ever had was traumatic and they destroyed me and they weren't able to treat me and my heart the way it needs to be treated, being an autistic adult and traumatized from a life of trauma. Like I need an emotionally supportive partner that can, when I'm struggling, they run to me to hug me, not run away from me because they're so scared or whatever. I don't know. It's just one of those things, it's like either get with somebody who actually cares, and wants to help you work through it, or you don't. How nice what would be? Yeah, guys, or just somebody emotionally available and able to talk about their feelings. Oh yeah, easy, right? In a heartbeat. Women are way more attractive than guys. Always have been. It's always been my opinion. Absolutely. I mean, I've met some pretty skanky ladies though that were just as bad as guys, but especially recently online, they really just don't even care, and they get to that point where they're like, "Oh, I just want to have fun." But you're never alone. You're never alone, right? We're never alone. Especially not when you have spirit and support. Well, I don't necessarily, I mean, I agree with that statement that you trust women so much more, but I don't know. I mean, I would agree with that statement. However, I'm not afraid of a woman, and I've been traumatized by guys so much that I'm just always afraid of guys, God forbid if a guy stands in a freaking doorway in a room I'm in and I don't have another way out. That's the thing. It's like, just love yourself and respect yourself, be the one you needed for yourself. Because if you're constantly looking for what you're missing in someone else, you're never going to find it. Yeah, just do things you enjoy, do your fun stuff, the things that make you smile, things that make Sawyer smile, which makes you smile. Um, Maybe get into some autism mom groups, like local, or try to set something up like a meet and greet, like park days, regular park days for special needs. I tried to do something like that, and all my therapists were like, well, why are you trying to reinvent the wheel? And it's like, I'm not. I'm trying to get us, like, people in my vicinity, in my area, that can make it, you know, just a little different option that's closer. And I don't know, maybe that my friends know, because, you guys all knew me. So, oh, yeah, dude, guys, I think that oftentimes the gender of somebody does get tied in with their behavior. And that's when I always have to remember that there's that in every race, gender, skin color. Like, it's just sometimes people are just raised that way. Nice. Oh, are you talking about me? Yes, you did, girlfriend. Yes, you did. 100%. Oh, yeah. Respite. Get a respite worker, girl. Come on. Get yourself a date. Get yourself a date with a bunch of ladies or something. Like, just go dancing. You don't have to look for love or anything. Just go look for fun. Look for, go out for an hour. Just you, go have a bonfire. I know you are, girlfriend. I know you are. I wish I lived closer. I'd be like, I'd do it. I miss doing respite. I actually honestly do. I miss making my own schedule too. And I miss all the kiddos that I used to watch. Oh, I love them all. Love them all. Well, if you get through the respite where you can assign your own person, um, if I'm ever in town and you need a respite person, clear out the clutter of your mind, of your life. I am doing this as well. I am clearing out the clutter. I got to organize. Shawnee cleaned out the top cabinet this morning. I did the dishes and stuff. So I'm trying to really be like, dude, I shouldn't have to. Oh my God, dude, that's a good idea. Well, yeah. I mean, it is a good idea, except for, like, we have to stay based in Northern California. So unless we move that way. Oh gosh, we get 277 a month. So it ends up being 139 every 2 weeks that we get paid. Or that Shawnee gets paid. However, that's a whole nother discussion that it's like, well, because we really just want to be cordial, we want to be parents, and we want to support each other in our lives is what we really want. We don't want that, ex disdain thing going on. We want the supportive love, like, it didn't work out, but that's cool. didn't work out. I'm gay, and yeah, and we're all like communal living is something that he was. We've been talking about like getting property somewhere and having like a communal space to, have people that will help like work the land and kids and stuff. I think he kind of also wants to move his kids. I think what's going to end up happening is that he's going to end up getting, we'll finalize the divorce and he'll end up getting Section 8 with Zachary in the area. And I will still probably just live in my trailer close by and go there like every day or whatever. But if you guys want to move to NorCal, I'm not a very good roommate though, honestly. Oh my gosh, where did he go? He's left on his own? And he just left you and Sawyer to handle himself by yourself? Oh, girlfriend. Why is he living with you to begin with? To help you with the kid that he obviously doesn't care about? I'm just kidding. He's lucky he hasn't seen me in a dark alley. I freaking give him a piece of a lot of my mind. That is such a stupid 277. But yeah, it is a lot. It's the 60 hours a week because Zachary is 24-hour. So if something were to happen to Shawnee and what? No, you didn't tell me what. No, obviously you didn't tell me. If I don't know, I don't know. You didn't tell me. You better tell me though, because now you're just leaving me hanging, and we can't be having that. Girl. Oh my God, is that why he wanted to leave? Now I remember you said that he wanted to leave, but he's getting in another relationship. Isn't that funny how guys just always don't care about moving away until they found someone new? That's, chances are mental health wise, you'll be better off. You know what I'm saying? And then you get IHSS and a respite. Then you get a respite. Somebody come over and give you respite, right? And you and Sawyer's living environment would be so much better. And he'll have to pay child support. He'll have to pay you child support because you're getting aid. And yeah. So, hey. Oh, yeah, I do vaguely remember that statement, actually. So, the girl he's moving out of town with was in your house with her underwear in your kitchen, is what you're telling me? Did he meet her? I mean, it doesn't really matter. That's so tacky, dude. Oh, my God. Tact. Not everybody has it. But there he goes, huh? Yeah. When they can find something to stick it in, right? But at the same time, it's like, how much do you really want that toxicity around you, though? Wow. Oh. Well, his worries and his problems are his. Girl, you have to be strong. You can do this. Let him. You practically do Sawyer all by yourself anyway. I think it's just the mental knowing that someone else was there because you practically did everything on your own as it was. He didn't help at all. All he did was work and sleep and probably complain. I don't know. He's really lucky I never met him in person. You don't have to know how, though. You know what I mean? That's the thing about faith, is you don't have to know how it's going to work out. You just have to know that it will. And it will. They say, like, God didn't bring you this far to drop you. Probably because he wants to get away he wants a new life. He wants to start somewhere fresh. He does probably not want to have to deal with an ex, or running into you and Sawyer at the grocery store, and you're like, here's the new mom or the new girlfriend or whatever, you know what I mean? And then that's always awkward. I hated that. Dude, I swear, I wished all my exes would just move out of town, like state. Yeah. No, seriously. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't need that toxicness around you. You're going to be so much better off. You just don't see it. You will. You will. You'll do things that are fun. Do things that maybe he didn't like you to do, that you missed doing, but you stopped doing because he was like, they annoyed him or whatever. That's what I did. Because there was like a few things that like Shawnee didn't care that I did. And so like listening to country. And listening to country was like the backbone of my existence and growing up and stuff. And it's just like, and so now I listen to it a lot and it feels really good. Oh yeah, I know, right? I know. It was like when Shawnee first started talking about the divorce and the split, I was like, you realize you're taking him, right? Because one, I can't keep him safe. So it's like kids are a lifelong commitment. They're not to be left. And here the thing was that Zachary was the first one he didn't get pushed out of. So this was the first one he got a chance to stick around and do the right thing. All the other ones, they just basically abused him until he ran away, his tail tucked between his freaking legs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't blame him either. Shoot. And I don't know if you have anything, like if you have a high anxiety, but chamomile essential oil, orange essential oil, lemons, any citrusy scent is going to bring up your vibe. Yeah, no, seriously. It's a worry. It really is. Things like that. Like we think the same thing with Zachary. It's like, okay, well, what if I was gone and I came back and Shawnee was blacked out and Zachary was like, whatever, wherever, it's like, yeah, I get that. I get that you would feel that way. For sure. I mean, it is moving far, far away. I mean, him wanting to have a relationship isn't necessarily the selfish part, but him bailing like that on his kid is for sure. Like, what was he thinking? Like, he's just gonna go have a life or go probably, I don't know, party that he didn't get to, or are you a friend of Bill W? Because I was thinking, like, if you are, that might be another reason too, is because maybe he wants to drink or do something that, like, maybe you don't like done. So he's found himself someone that he can go be stupid with. So he wants to go be stupid. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I would really request it from the judge that, like, maybe he not be able to move out of state for like the following year until you and Sawyer get kind of, settled in the new schedule and the new happenings and things like that. You know what I mean? So that way, if like he has to come by and help settle Sawyer down because Sawyer's used to having his dad around or whatever more, then he could just pop over and maybe, but I mean, he doesn't sound like the kind of person that would do that. It's a recovery thing, honey. I didn't know if you were in recovery or not. Like if you had put some kind of stipulations, I mean, most people do, and they have kids anyway. It's like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't party. And then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh my God, having a kid ruined my life. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, dude. Like, for real, he should, no matter what, Sawyer needs to be in a comfortable environment that he's used to because of his autism. So no matter friggin' what, you know what I mean? Like, he better not live like, well, even if he did live flying states away, he can't drive. So he has to come and see you there. Like, or you might have to be okay with just being at home on your own, honey. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Wombat spirit. Be comfortable where you live. And that can stand for like, that can be like, not physical, it's like the space in which you live in, your mental space. Yeah, no doubt, right? Like, no, I mean, yeah, yeah, because you gotta be respectful, and you be 90% of special needs parents get divorced, and then that same percentage they leave the parent, leave one parent gets left with the kid usually because it's so hard, you know, like 100%. So yeah, just have faith, have a little faith in yourself, be comfortable with your home, the home you live in your head, the home you live in your heart, and your actual home. Because with that guy gone, your house is going to be a lot peacefuler, and you'll have like, oh no, that's your bedroom. Huh? You guys sleep in the same bedrooms? I haven't slept in the same bedroom with my husband in a long time. Oh, it is. Yeah, that's why you don't think about it. You just do it. Don't think about it. It'll climb on top of you. It's a lot. It's a lot. I can guarantee you, though, you're not the only one. You know, I used to do respite for a lot of them, which is really handy where the respite comes in. And also, though, what you might want to do also is maybe parse out your IHSS hours so you have an actual person there also helping you for some time. Like maybe you get like, say you get like, if you were to get like we did, like 277 hours, say maybe you just use like 30 of it a week for someone else to help you with the stuff. Because you can't do it all on your own. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, like the missing, it's $60 or whatever it ends up being a week is way worth your mental health. Oh yeah, you have been. Yeah, okay. I didn't want to assume, but I don't know. I just assume everybody sleeps in separate bedrooms now. That's right, because you guys weren't together. So what was your guys' plan? You know what I mean? You were just gonna raise Sawyer together and thought you were just living happily ever after, or did like the separation come from like, oh, I'm pregnant and oh, we're separating, but I'm not leaving because you have a kid, or yeah, oh yeah, we make six. Shawnee makes $6,000 a month, no taxes, because since Zachary's our kid, it's like a program instead of a job, so we don't have to also don't have to pay taxes on that, which is almost makes it like twice as much, which is super helpful because I'm not working. You know what I mean? Like I'm just around trying to make life easier, clean, do laundry, make appointments, take appointments, do the things, um, make sure the kids clean and fed. Yeah. So is he moving out because you freaked out about the underwear? Right? Like, was the intention for him just to date this chick in with you? And also, though, like, why the issue if you guys share space, you should have just told him to keep his girlfriend's underwear in his bedroom. Yeah. Well, yeah, you'll probably get like I don't know, but like maybe 170. I mean, you might, dude, even if he's in school. Zachary's in school, and we didn't get that much. We got like 1,000 every couple weeks. So, okay. So you've known about it and you were okay with it. And then you're not okay, obviously, with some random female having in your kitchen. That's fair. It's like, I'm trying to explain to Shawnee, like, that um, know your worth, girl. Know your worth. Okay. But the differences between communal living spaces and private living spaces, like, this is my living space. This is my private space. It's my bedroom. You know? Oh yeah, dang. Either that or get a smaller place. Because if it's just you and Sawyer, maybe you could get like a really cute little like a trailer or something and park it somewhere for like $1,000 a month. You know what I mean? And pocket that extra 2 grand you got going on there. Yeah, because that seems like a lot. Definitely wouldn't suggest an apartment, but yeah, that is a lot of rent. God dang. Um, that's insane. Because I pay $350 a week for 1 week at the Citrus Fair, and then I pay $40 for my dues and $160 for my membership, and that's it. So essentially, it's like $600 a month. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, you did? Whoa, that's rough. And I know, like, you're still processing things, right? Maybe you saw it a little feeling, or maybe you thought you guys would maybe work it out or one day get back together or something. That sucks. So this is his first girlfriend outside of since you guys were together too. So it's the first time you've seen it with your own eyes, and it was hard. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, and you get food stamps and stuff because now that you're a single mom and you can't really work that much, or you might not even be able to work at all, but like only the time he's in school or whatever. Um, but maybe food stamps and cash aid. And have you ever got cash aid? You make 3 grand from your job. So how are you gonna? So you work when Sawyer's in school? I mean, you need to figure all this out right now. It's 10 o'clock at night. Are you evacuating right now, or did they call it off? Are you hoping that they call it off, or they haven't made you evacuate yet? I just want to make sure you're safe. Oh, nice. Oh my God, girls. You know what? You should get Misfits Markets because, it's like really good organic food. But I swear, dude, like we pay like $350 for 2 boxes, and that lasts us almost a whole week. Zachary will go through chicken nuggets like they're going out of style, but yeah, you will. Yeah, exactly. I know it. Level 2 is just a warning. What do you mean? And Zachary like slept like 2 hours last night. So you have not yet evacuated. So they haven't yet made you, but you're waiting. So you're just kind of waiting in case. Do you have a go bag ready? in your vehicle already packed? Okay. Oh, okay. So they haven't made you yet. Okay. So do you have a go bag packed and ready to go already in your trunk? So if okay, good. Water, like gallons of water. Obviously, you have to change your clothes and stuff, huh? Charging cords. I'm trying to think of all the things that like most people forget in a mad panic dash. First aid stuff. You know. Oh, I just bought a fire retardant emergency foil blanket that came with a tool that looks like a snowflake and has all these different like screwdriver heads on it. So the evacuation people are leaving are less than 5 minutes from where you're at, or the fire's 5 minutes away, less than 5 minutes from you. And also, like, what are they waiting for to evacuate where you live? That's what I want to know. Oh, well, girl, I better go. I've been on live for an hour and 26 minutes. That's probably the longest live I've ever had. I love you. I will check in with you tomorrow. If you see me on live, if you're bored, go vote for my picture. It's a free daily vote. That's okay. I love you. I gotta go. I'm gonna go to bed. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Good luck. I hope you guys have a safe night.